Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a basic Facebook ads account, and then I will show you how to run your first ad. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is go to facebook.com, and normally you're going to log in to your account. Okay, so now that I am logged in, the fastest and easiest way to place an ad is through your own personal ad account. To place your first ad, you will simply click this triangle up at the top right next to the lock. It'll have a drop-down menu come down, and this is where you will see a tab called Create Ads. And this is what you will click to run your first ad. It will populate your ads account, and then you will be taken to the Ads Manager. So we're going to want to click here, Send People to a Destination on or off Facebook. Now, you can use the increased conversions on your website as well. If you install the Facebook lead pixel, for example, on the page after they opt in, this can be something that helps Facebook send you better traffic. But when you first start off, simply sending people to a destination on or off Facebook is plenty good enough. So go ahead and click Send People to a Destination. Now we're going to call this campaign Website Clicks 1. Simply create ad account. Now this is where you will select the account country, the currency, and the time zone you are in. You can click Advanced Options to name your account, which is the name of the business that you'll advertise. Click Continue. Now that you have your first ad account, we're going to place your first ad. Custom Audiences is a way to upload your contacts, website visitors, or app users, and target them, retarget them, or create a custom audience from those people who use those things so Facebook can target profiles that are like your audience that you've uploaded. We won't go into this today, but this is definitely something that you can use in the future. Now, locations. You can choose everyone who lives in a specific location. You can choose people who were recently at a location or people traveling at a location. This lets you geo-target people. Now, the default is the country you set your ad account in. However, if you want to include destinations, all you have to do is click Add Locations, and you will see a map pop up. And this is where you can add countries, cities, so on and so forth. Generally, you want to target people in your country or those who you want to sell to. So those who are your target market. Okay, so the age group. This is where you'll select your minimum age and your maximum age. Generally, you really want to do your market research and see who is your market. You can select your gender if you want to target both men and women, men or just women. In some cases, it may be more beneficial to target everyone. In most cases, it will be more beneficial to get very specific about who you are targeting. You can choose which languages you want to target. Detailed targeting. Include people who match at least one of the following. Okay, now this is where you will select people who like certain pages, like certain books or magazines, follow different things, have certain interests, behavioral patterns. You can also exclude certain people who like something but don't like another thing. It lets you get very specific. Some basic targeting. So let's say you are a coaching company and you train MLMers how to brand themselves. So you would choose an MLM company. Let's say Young Living. And you'd type in Young Living, and then you can see the different interests and employers. Now, those who say that and have listed that Young Living is their employer, they are probably usually a rep. So let's go just very specific here. So choosing ages 25 to 65, all, gives us an audience of around 23,000 people. With an estimated daily reach between 890 and 2,400 people on Facebook, you can see you'll probably burn through that audience really quick. That's at $20 a day. So let's change this budget to $5 a day. And you can see the reach drops considerably. So you can place your ads. When you first start off, automatic placements is fine. You can always edit your placements and choose your devices, the types, and set up specifications such as, if somebody is viewing your ad on a tablet or on their phone, you can specify that you don't want Facebook to show your ad unless they're on a Wi-Fi network, for example. And that may be important if you have a video or a video sales letter. It could also mean that, it's only going to show people your ads when they're at a Wi-Fi location, which could be beneficial because usually when most people are at Wi-Fi, they're at home. So they usually have time to watch your video. So if you catch their interest with good copy, that may be more beneficial. You can choose mobile or desktop only. You can choose your different platforms. You can choose specific operating systems such as iOS or Android devices only. This is where you would select the only when connected to Wi-Fi. Exclude categories for audience network. If you want to exclude specific categories, dating, gambling, politics, or religion, this gives you more options. What the audience network is essentially a bunch of partners, a bunch of websites and apps who have partnered with Facebook and allowed Facebook to show ads on their various platforms. Okay, so for budget and schedule, this is where you set your budget. You can do a lifetime budget or a daily budget. When you do a daily budget, many times you'll need to wait at least 3 or 4 days for the Facebook algorithm to really kick in, for you to start seeing whether or not your ad is grabbing traction or not. Now, it may vary, but that's the general gist. For your schedule, you can set it up to run your ad continuously starting today or when it gets approved, or you can set a specific start and end date. There are advanced options. You can optimize for ad delivery, such as link clicks. So link clicks, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people to go to our website, to click on an ad and go to our website. So this is what we'd want to essentially optimize for. However, sometimes if you want to build awareness, you can optimize for impressions. You can also optimize for daily unique reach, basically having Facebook try and optimize to show the people who you're targeting, to show your ad only once a day. That may be good or bad, considering sometimes your ad gets shown, but the people don't scroll down far enough to be able to see it. So there are pros and cons to that. Bid amount, generally it's best to just leave it on automatic. However, when you set it to manual, you'll get a suggested bid price down here, the bottom right, and you can choose what you're willing to pay for per click. When you get charged, you can choose to get charged via impression, which is how many times your ad is shown, or when somebody takes an action and clicks on your ad. For ad scheduling, you can run ads all the time, or you can run ads on a schedule. Note that running ads on a schedule will only work with a lifetime budget, and when you choose a lifetime budget, you have to spend a certain amount of money. So when you choose manual bid, you'll also have to spend a certain amount of money per day. So by me changing it to manual, for this target market, Facebook requires at least a minimum $18.90 to run ads on a manual bid. So now that we have that set up, you could continue. Now on the format, there are many different formats to use and many things that you can do. For now, we're going to choose a single image. Now on the images, you can use free stock images, or you can browse your own library and upload your own. For now, we're going to choose free stock images. Once you click the free stock images, all you have to do is choose. So select a category, what you're looking for. So for example, I just typed in the word inspiration. You can choose your image, and also remember that your image is roughly 70 to 80% of your ad. You need something to grab people's attention to get them to look at your copy. So now that I have an image, I will click to crop it. Then I click done. Now for the website URL, you're going to choose whatever page it is that you want to send people to. So let's say www.mypage.com/landing page. You're not going to name it that, but we're just using that for now. So once you've entered your website URL, you're going to type in your headline. So once you choose your headline, what I'm using here is just hypothetical and giving an example. I wouldn't necessarily use this copy and such, but I'm doing it to show you how to run an ad. You'll want to make sure that you go through Facebook's advertising guidelines and ensure that you are not breaking any of them when you run your ads. So you choose your text. You can add a call to action. You can customize things more. On your display link, you want to make sure that you enter the URL you're sending people to. You used to be able to get away with not doing that. Now, generally, once you fill this information out and such, you will see a preview of the ad image on the right side. That's how you set up and run your first ad. Click place order. And now it will have you choose a specific payment method. Now, when you choose your payment method, make sure it's not a payment method you've used on other ad accounts. This is very important in case your ad account gets banned or flagged for whatever reason, because they will also flag any other ad accounts that your payment source is tied to. So make sure that for each ad account that you do have, you have a separate payment source, just in case Facebook decides to ban you. Fill in your payment account and then you hit continue. and you should be good to go. And that's it.